My name is Karen Miller. I'm with Maryland Coalition of Families, and I also have my own nonprofit called Maryland Heroin Awareness Advocates. My husband became addicted to Percocet after an injury in the late 90s. We were never warned about the risk of addiction. I started noticing money missing out of our checking account and would tell him, you know, we're raising 4 kids here, you can't keep buying extra pills. He was buying an extra $60 a day worth. He ultimately found Suboxone as a recovery point. However, now 6.5 years later into a Suboxone addiction, we realized that he's just traded one drug for another because he almost died in 2011 from opioid withdrawal at the local hospital here. And then my son, who is now 28, started using prescription painkillers 7 or 8 years ago. And his roommate was selling them. That's when the pill mills were strong and heavy around this area, and doctors were doling out the pills like candy, and they were making tons of money off the destruction of our communities. And now we have fentanyl and carfentanil coming across. Carfentanil is an elephant tranquilizer, and so that's a death sentence. My son started snorting them. He told me he had access to them 24/7, and that the gentleman who has now passed from an overdose, who was selling them to him, had anywhere from 750 to 1,500 pills in his apartment at any given time. When the pills became very hard to get and expensive, he started doing heroin. All the treatment facilities in Maryland that we sent him to, he failed and came back right away, $7,000 later on a cash advance on a credit card, and relapsed. And I was like, he was so frail and gray, I thought he was going to die any minute. And he's in horrible withdrawal, and he's begging me to give him $20 and to drive him back here so he could get a shot, to get a fix real quick. A lot of these kids are going to jail for being sick. We need long-term, compassionate, evidence-based quality treatment. We're begging for beds. We have 150 plus people a day dying from opioids in the United States. As sad as this is, what I do, the success stories make it all better. When I have the sad stories like death and relapse and children committing suicide because of their addiction, something always is sent to me through my God to tell me that you're doing the right thing, because there's many days that I want to quit.